Upgrades. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another JVS movie review brought to you from the Toronto Film Festival. Today's film was a film that I was anticipating seeing because it's a sports drama on one of the most important subjects in recent memory for sports. And this one is called The Fire Inside. And here's a quick synopsis. The Fire Inside is the inspirational true story of Claressa Shields, arguably the greatest female boxer of all time. This one is directed by Morrison, who's also a cinematographer who's worked with Ryan Coogler on Fruitvale Station and Black Panther. And it stars Ryan Destiny as Claressa and Brian Tyree Henry as Jason Clutchfield. Now, for anyone who does not know Claressa T-Rex's story and just how she became prominent in boxing, she has a mouth and she knows how to promote. So as an adult, that's how she became it. But here we get the inspirational telling of her story as we find early on in the film, this is just a young girl who just wanted to fight. She wanted to box. She absolutely loved it. And we get introduced to Jason as someone who says he does not teach girls how to box until he gets to see Claressa in the ring with one of his male students. And at that point, he becomes enamored by her and enamored by her skill set. From there, it's just the normal sports drama meteoric rise of what makes Claressa Shields. The important part of The Fire Inside is what separates this film from the normal sports drama. After we get the crux of the story is her training to be an Olympic boxer. And it's a story that, if you know who Claressa Shields is, and at this point I don't know how you do not know who Claressa Shields is, you know this story. You know she is the first boxer, male or female, to win a gold medal for the U.S. in the Olympics, and she did it twice. So we get that story. We get the story of her perseverance of getting to the point of being able to get the gold medal. What makes this story so great is then we get the out of the ring stuff from her and Jason as we see the struggle she had with her family growing up. We see the struggles she had with her mom, with her dad at times. We see what she thought winning the Olympic medal would bring her versus the reality of her situation. And when you get to those real moments in this film excels beyond belief. Brian Tyree Henry is amazing in this film. And it's hard to help people remember just how great of an actor he is. And I think he's one of the actors that we take for granted in this industry, where he's just so consistently good that at times we just expect him to be good, but we don't understand like what he's doing is just done on a phenomenal level that most people can't match. And then we have Ryan Destiny, who plays Claressa in this film. And this is what you would call a star-making turn for her. She's amazing in this film. It's so much heart in her performance. It's so much emotion in her performance. It's so much anger in her performance, and it's targeted anger of just her situation and wanting to be better, wanting to be great, and understanding that almost her whole family burden is on her shoulders. And we see Ryan be able to display those emotions beautifully in this film. And again, where this film succeeds or excels the most is when we get the scenes between Brian and Ryan. And not the boxing stuff. It's the stuff outside the ring that you get between these two characters and these two performances that just, again, it elevates this movie beyond a sports drama. And Rachel does a masterful job of directing this film and understanding that while it is highly important to shoot the sports aspect of it and shoot it in a way that makes it realistic to the audience, she does just as beautiful of a job of shooting Flint, Michigan, and just giving you this idea of Claressa's situation. So as an audience, you feel enamored with this story. You feel super invested in this story. We have supporting performances, as the actress who plays Claressa's mom is amazing in it. We get a little love interest in this film. But none of it distracts from the point that we understand Claressa's main goal is to take her family away from this situation. By the time we get to the close of the third act of this film, we kind of understand the path it's going down. And then it throws you a curveball, but it's not a curveball you couldn't see coming. If you know Claressa's story, you knew what was happening next in her life. But it's just the realization of just how important this film is to women's sports. Like, we see that Claressa did everything she could to fight for equality in boxing between men and women. And we hear these passionate speeches that are given about just how it's not equal, how she's the first to do something and yet it's no big reward in it. It brings us back to the reality that women's sports, especially at this time frame in between 2012 and 2016, which is the main crux of where the story exists, wasn't a big sale. And then you see her coming up, being super successful in everything she did, and then you kind of understand the reason you need to see this movie. She's a female sports icon on a level that not too many people are on. She's on the Williams sisters type of level of someone who just transcends their sport and draws eyes on women in the sport that have never been drawn before. And you get the full understanding, the full grasp of what makes Claressa so important to the sport, but also so important to women in general for everything she did. Yeah, this is a masterful movie on so many levels. It's hard to execute a sports drama in a way that is not super predictable and you know everything that's gonna come. And here at TIFF, this is the second sports drama I've seen where they did an amazing job of understanding while the drama of the sports arena is highly important, the family aspect of it can take you to a level that most sport films cannot possibly reach. And again, this is anchored by two amazing performances, an amazing job of direction for Rachel's future debut here. You can kind of tell she's been in this aspect of film so many times before, because even her cinematography angles on this film are immaculate. It's amazing the way the scenery and the city is shot in this film, just to understand the despair that Claressa is in, but you still highlighting this amazing city with this amazing story. So, The Fire Inside, brought to you from the Toronto Film Festival. Out of a possible 10, I'm going to give The Fire Inside a 9 out of 10. This is a great film. Brian Tyree Henry at this point with this film, if he does not get awards attention, is going to be kind of weird here. And this should be the film that breaks Ryan Destiny to another level in Hollywood with her performances, because this performance is truly undeniable she puts on here. But check it out. I believe it's going to end up dropping sometime in December from the festival. I think it is an MGM Amazon film, but it's going to drop sometime in December. So check it out when it drops. Let us know what you think. This has been another JVS movie review brought to you from the Toronto Film Festival. Peace, people.